guess where we are headed?
Disneyland?
I wish.
Disney World?
I wish that even more. Oh wait, no, we're going to the hospital. Yes, you heard right. I'm actually excited to go to the hospital because tomorrow I am getting my port and I'm having surgery tomorrow. And typically when I go to the hospital, my dad drives me, but my mom got a room at the Ronald McDonald house, so she has to be down there at like, what, 3:30 to check in, and they have a room ready for me, and I'm very excited, and I feel really weird sticking my hand down my shirt. This is my last day of having Central on.
I will remember you.
We've hit some traffic, but I mean,
When don't we hit traffic?
I know.
We're not hitting it, we're just in it.
But I'm excited. And it's really weird that I'm excited to go to the hospital, yet alone having surgery. But I'm excited.
She
So,
won't be excited tomorrow.
after the surgery, I will be in a lot of pain and probably very all over the place. So if all goes well, we will leave tomorrow sometime after the surgery, but depending on how well I'm managing pain. So we are at the hospital. Right now it's night, so that's why I'm kind of talking quiet. Yes, so my dad is walking my mom back to the Ronald McDonald house right now because he played at night and I don't want my mom walking down the streets by herself. So yeah, we got a ride to the hospital around 2-ish, and then by the time we got in the room, it was more like 2:30-ish. I don't know. One of my friends came and visited for a while, and I got food, a sandwich, which I wasn't thinking I should have ordered more than a sandwich. So the plan is to at midnight starting on day 10 at the rate of 150. We're gonna try NAC as well, just to help my body recover as fast and easy as it can. We most likely will be here at least until Tuesday, which I didn't get my hopes up to leave tomorrow after the surgery. So hopefully it all goes well and I'm not in a ton of pain. And I'm nervous and excited, but I'm nervous. So I'm hoping I'm in frame. But it is 7-something and surgery starts at 8:30. And I'm in my hospital gown and hospital pants already. And I'm nervous and try not to think about the process so I don't freak myself out. This is the last video ever with my central lines in it. So, I will update you after the surgery. I haven't filmed anything since, was it really Sunday? I think it was Monday. Yeah, it was, I don't remember. But I forgot to film all day yesterday. So that's a fail. The surgery went really good. And today we are leaving. It's Wednesday. My throat is killing me because of the tube that was down my throat in surgery. And I don't know. It's hurting more than it probably should. My port's hurting too, but it's not terrible. And I'm about to get my port C access. That's what it looks like. So, I bet you weren't expecting to see me sitting here in the next clip. I kind of failed at vlogging. I think I did good for my first time vlogging in the hospital, but it's not something you're used to, and honestly, I forgot. I'm going to tell you the rundown of basically everything that happened so you know what happened. I'm sorry if I look like a hot mess. It's really hot outside for one. It's over 100 degrees and it's only June. And yes, I have plastic wrap on my chest. The numbing cream is under it for my port because I'm getting access tonight. So that's why there's plastic wrap on my chest. So just ignore that. I wanted to just clarify the days I was actually at the hospital admitted. I was admitted Sunday evening, then April 9th. The surgery was the next day. The reason why we went in the night before was, one, the hospital is a couple hours away and we would have to get up at like literally 3-4 a.m. to just get there. And two, for the best, whenever I have anything done in the hospital, whether it's a surgery or not, I need to be on fluids regardless to keep my especially when I'm fasting, to keep my blood sugars up and my body from crashing. So that is why I was admitted the night before the surgery. Now the day of the so the hospitalist at this hospital, which let me tell you, this hospital was amazing. We didn't used to go to this hospital. We went to a different children's hospital. But after some experiences there, they're a good hospital for specific types of conditions, just not mitochondrial disease. So that's why we went to a bigger children's hospital, and they know what they're doing. They deal with mito patients all the time, and they're amazing there. So the hospitalist called my doctors, and they formed a plan. We already had a pre-existing plan with my doctors, but they just wanted to make sure everything was good. And so they actually decided that Monday night after surgery, I would be started on TPN, not because I technically needed it, but to give my body the best chance to recover as easily as possible. Because if you didn't know, last year when I got my central line placed, my gut actually completely shut down within a week due to the anesthesia, plus my body was failing me. I was much better off this time, but we really didn't want to take any risks, and I didn't mind it. I mean, it's fine. And they also put me, I can't remember for sure. I think they started me on NAC Sunday night as well. Not 100% sure. But NAC is needle cysteine, I believe. I'll put the word on the screen somewhere over here. But it's a high antioxidant, and it's typically used for, I think, either Benadryl or Tylenol overdoses. But it's been known to help a lot of mito patients. And I actually get a weekly infusion of that every week, and it seems to help me a little bit. I will tell you how the surgery went. So Monday I woke up. Obviously I was fasting, but I was doing okay. So they were supposed to get me at 7 a.m. They didn't come until like 7:45, but I was fine. So they wheeled me down to pre-op. They told us what was going to be taking place. Obviously we already knew. The surgeon was amazing. She's amazing. She has done many surgeries for mito patients. She was just amazing, and the anesthesiologist team was phenomenal as well. They came in knowing what mito is. They knew one of my mutations, which no doctor other than my pediatrician, GI, and geneticist have ever mentioned anything about any of my mutations at any given point. I was not expecting that. Like, that was awesome. Apparently there was a hotline they were like, yeah, we just wanted to double check. They were awesome. They went above and beyond, and it was honestly a breath of fresh air. So they wheeled me in. I don't know if my brain was just being funky with the memory, if the anesthesia messed a little with my memory. I have no idea. I don't know. I don't remember being wheeled into the OR, but I do remember having a mask over my mouth, which was mixed of oxygen and sleeping gas, I believe. I don't know what the correct term is, but it just smells really strongly of artificial grapes. And I said that, they're like, yeah, we get that a lot of kids don't like it. And I'm like, well, I like it. And the next thing I knew, I was waking up. Now what was funny was when I was actually waking up, I was awake, I was hearing things, I guess I was thinking, but my eyes were shut. I could not open them for the life of me. They were so heavy and they would not open. I remember that part, but what I don't remember is saying, they took my eyes, give them back to me. They took my eyes to my parents, apparently. They got a picture of me, and then I guess I was holding my eyes open. Here's a picture to see. It's pretty comical. Oh, and I forgot to mention right when I came out, when I was waking up from anesthesia before they wheeled me into the recovery ward thing, apparently I pulled out my IV when I was waking up, which I don't know how I did that, how that was possible. Like, what? Like, I've had dozens of IV and they have never gotten pulled out once, not even in my sleep. And trust me when I say I'm the craziest sleeper on planet Earth. So there was blood all over my hospital gown, but they told my parents that. They're like, she's fine. She just pulls out her IV. And they did access my port in surgery. Oh, and they also gave me the IV in surgery because I was getting my central line out in a port placed, and you can't use the central line when you're taking it out. So yeah, so that was nice of them though, that they accessed and gave me an IV in the OR. Something else apparently I was saying to anybody and everybody who will walk by me was, this is the best hospital, they give me the best drugs, I feel nothing. I don't really remember saying that. I do, however, remember not feeling anything. Oh, and also I was having a hard time focusing once my eyes were open. Like, I could see the curtains, I could see the beds, I could see people walking around. But when my mom tried to show me something on her phone or up close, I could not see for the life of me. It was so blurry and I got so upset. I don't know the type of anesthesia they use. It was not propofol though. It was a really good experience actually, and they actually didn't have to go through any muscle to get my central line out because my central line was placed right here. Fun location. My port is right here, and I have had quite a traumatizing experience with my port. Let me know if you want a video on that. I will make a video dedicated to that if you want to hear all of my port troubles. Let me know down in the comments if you want to hear everything my port has put me through the past 2 months that I've had it. And hold on one second, I want to show you something. You will probably think it's really weird for me to show you. I was that really weird patient where I was like, okay, I know this is probably not possible, you probably can't do this, but I just want to know. I just wanted to see a glimpse of what my central line looked out of my body. Like, I was curious. I'm like, this has been in me for almost a year and I hate it, but I'm fascinated to see what it looks like outside of my body. And I don't know, I'm weird like that. I actually did, and they gave it to me. I still haven't destroyed it yet. We're going to. Still trying to figure out how on earth, just because it's a biohazard because it was in my body, but hence why it's in a biohazard plastic bag. They didn't give me my lumens, which is fine because my lumens were the part that you could see out of me. I'm gonna move my lighting. It got all yellow and weird, just so there's not a big reflection. But if you see these blue sutures, that's where it came out of my skin. This was spun together, and all of this line was inside of my body. Isn't that crazy? Like, look how small it is, but it was such a pain in the butt. So I am just really glad and really grateful that this is no longer in me. I totally forgot to mention that I was discharged Wednesday, admitted Sunday, discharged Wednesday, and I got weaned off of TPN just fine. And I forgot to touch on the deal with my throat, so I'm going to really fast. So whenever you have any type of surgery and you're going under anesthesia, general anesthesia, they put a tube down your throat to keep your airways open. So they did that, and before the surgery I had a slight sore throat. The doctor assumed that it was fine. It wasn't swollen. It was just sore. That was fun, having a tube down my throat while my throat was sore. Once they took it out, my mouth was so dry and it hurt. And if you know what strep feels like or tonsillitis feels like, I have had both. I have had both at the same time. Both of those combined are nothing compared to this pain. This was way more painful. I could barely eat anything the first week, which is why I was glad I was on TPN for the first 2 days or so with recovery, because it was so bad and painful and nothing was helping. I have a pretty high pain tolerance, so I feel like my throat is the one place in my body where I cannot handle it hurting a lot. That kind of stunk, but it went away after a week, thankfully, and I am all good. And I have recovered really well, and yeah. So I will see you all in my next video. Please subscribe and like this video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.